At 18, he had a choice: go to college, get a safe degree, and find a real job, or keep making videos in his bedroom that nobody was watching. He chose the bedroom. His mom thought he was crazy, his friends were moving on, and statistically, he had a 99% chance of failure. Today, he is the most influential creator on the planet, but the real story isn't about the money, it's about what he saw that nobody else did. This is the psychology of why most people quit. Right before everything changes, before the private jets, before the $100 million sets, he was just Jimmy, a kid in North Carolina uploading 1,800 videos to an empty room. Think about that. 5 years of silence, no likes, no comments, no validation. When you spend 20 hours editing a video and it gets 10 views, your brain enters a pain state. Biologically, we are wired for reward. When effort yields 0 results, your brain screams at you to stop. It's a survival mechanism to save energy. But Jimmy didn't stop, because what he had wasn't motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings fade. He had what psychologists call the obsession loop. This is when the process becomes the reward. He wasn't playing for views anymore. He was playing to solve the puzzle of the algorithm. While his peers were at graduation parties, Jimmy was on Skype calls for 15 hours a day. He found 4 other obsessives. They didn't talk about girls, or sports, or parties. They talked about the first 3 seconds of a video. They talked about the brightness of a thumbnail. This is the mastermind effect, but it came at a cost. While his friends were hitting life milestones, Jimmy felt stuck. That feeling of being left behind is the #1 reason creators quit. It's called social comparison pressure. It's a silent killer of dreams. Failure is one thing, but feeling embarrassed in front of your family, that's the fire that burns most people out. There's a part of the story people forget. Jimmy wasn't just fighting the internet, he was fighting his own body. Diagnosed with Crohn's disease, he was often in physical pain, exhausted, losing weight. There were days when the middle felt like a trap. The middle is where progress feels fake, where you've worked too hard to be a beginner, but you're not a success yet. Most people quit in the middle, but Jimmy had identity lock-in. He didn't do YouTube, he was a YouTuber. When your work and your identity become one, quitting doesn't feel like a career change. It feels like death. Then the count. He sat in a chair and counted to 100,000. It took 40 hours. It was painful. It was boring. It was stupid. But it was undeniable. It broke the algorithm because it proved one thing: he was willing to suffer more than you. This is the transition from working hard to deliberate practice. He stopped guessing and started measuring. He studied the psychology of a click. He realized that a thumbnail isn't an image, it's a promise. And he started keeping his promises. He finally made it. Millions of subs, millions of dollars. The dream, right? Here's the twist. Success didn't make his life easier. It made it heavier. Jimmy doesn't have $1 billion in a bank account. He lives in his studio. He reinvests every single cent. If a video makes $1 million, he spends $2 million on the next one. The struggle didn't end when he won. It evolved. He isn't chasing money, he's chasing legacy. And that is a much harder master to serve. So what is the Beast secret? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's a single question he answered a decade ago. What pain are you willing to choose? A 9-to-5 job has the pain of boredom and what ifs. A dream has the pain of uncertainty and exhaustion. Most people choose comfortable pain. They choose the pain they can predict. But the 1%, they choose the pain that leads to growth. Remember that 18-year-old? The one with no degree, no job, and a 99% chance of failing? He didn't win because he followed his passion. He won because he followed an obsession he couldn't ignore. So don't ask yourself, what do I love? Ask yourself, what am I willing to suffer for? Because that answer decides your life. Be honest. If you had to count for 40 hours straight to change your life, would you do it? Let me know in the comments.